Obviously, my first year there, played great basketball, got all the way to the finals, losing the finals. I played like shit.
He ain't lying.
Spo is the reason why we were a better team. That summer, he went to Oregon and hung out with Chip Kelly.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Wait a second, LeBron. Chip Kelly. I get the reference point about spread offenses in the NFL and the equivalent of you trying to make it to the NBA, but nah, I'm going to have to stop you there. Not Chip Kelly.
We lost to Dallas. He went to Oregon and hung out with Chip Kelly and learned the spread offense and tried to figure out if he could translate that to basketball.
The only reason I said no, not Chip Kelly, is because he triggers me as an Eagles fan because I felt like he was one of the worst coaching hires that the Eagles could have made at the time. A guy who had speed at wide receiver with Deshaun Jackson and Jeremy Maclin and running back and LaShawn McCoy. He got rid of all those pieces that fit his system perfectly to get DeMarco Murray who didn't fit his system. I just had a lot of questions, but I completely understand what LeBron James is saying. But as an Eagles fan, this triggers me because I can't stand Chip Kelly personally.
Was that the low point for you in your career?
Oh, for sure.
2011.
The lowest.
Yeah,
the lowest.
He ain't lying.
The phrase super team or the term super team is a little bit of a misnomer.
It really isn't, JJ Redick. If you look at these guys' numbers, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, just look at the year before, and this should tell you why this made such a super team. Chris Bosh was putting massive numbers in Toronto. He's an all-star type caliber player, and Dwayne Wade was putting up all-star caliber numbers. So this is not a misnomer. This is facts in reality.
My first year in Miami, we had a big three. And everyone said it's a super team this, super team that. But we had to build our team around all minimum guys.
Revisionist history. This is what this podcast is trying to portray right here by LeBron James saying this. He's trying to have revisionist history. Those key points that I highlighted are important in a team's success, offense and defensive ratings. And offensive ratings, they were third and they were fifth in defensive ratings. You don't do that with just regular minimum role players. That contradicts what he says big time.
Yeah, we had Rio, we had Udonis, but we didn't have enough as far as enough complementary guys to actually make it all work. And we still made it to the finals.
Apparently, history doesn't agree with you, LeBron James, because during that 2011 playoff run that the Miami Heat had, you went up 3-1 in those previous playoff rounds to win them 4-1, and then you were up even 2-1 in the NBA Finals against the Dallas Mavericks, but somehow found a way to lose that series that you had no business losing. And one of the reasons that you lost is one of your pitiful and most embarrassing performances in the NBA Finals. But let's blame the other teammates on that team.
We still made it to the finals, and we still probably should have won the finals, but I still give credit. Listen, it is what it is. You win and you lose, and we lost.
By omission, by saying that you should have won the finals, suggested that you had enough to win the finals with the team that you had in 2011. By even him saying that, admits that he had enough to win the finals. Revisionist history is a tactic that they're trying to use here to make it seem like LeBron James had really nothing to do with that 2011 loss. It was more so he didn't have enough help. This excuse that the LeBron James fan base perpetuated through his early years with the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm showing you the roster of the 2012 to 2013 Miami Heat just to show you that the team that won it the final year had some changes in the roster, but there weren't nothing drastic that they were gonna, not be a contender or lose an edge in being a contender. Either or. They were still going to be favored to win. But regardless of LeBron James saying that they needed a well-rounded roster, here's the thing, if that was the case, why make a prediction saying that you need, or not need, you're going to win 7 championships. I'm pretty sure you knew what the roster was before you made those predictions. Or did you say that because you knew you had Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade on the team, and that would basically do half of the heavy lifting to getting that championship? Because with that roster that LeBron James said that wasn't well-rounded or wasn't enough, they were still able to have a pretty good run in the postseason in 2011, as I showed you earlier in the video. They still found a way to be up 2-1 against the Dallas Mavericks. In each of those common denominators, LeBron James played pretty well, right? But when we got to the game where he had his meltdown, where he only scored 8 points and didn't score any points in the fourth quarter, that fell on him. Because if he, let's say, averages 20 or what he did during that season, they win the finals. It's just that simple. His piss-poor performance is the reason why they lost with that stacked team. I'm showing you clear evidence that he has no excuse for why he should have lost in 2011. That roster would have won it in 2011 if he would have just played better. Those are the facts.